Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Victoria Lane. Pakistan is increasingly emerging as a key diplomatic player as tensions surrounding Iran once again test regional stability. In Washington, policymakers are now viewing Islamabad as a potential intermediary between the United States and Iran, marking a notable shift in its strategic relevance. A U.S. lawmaker has described Pakistan as a very important neutral party, citing its balanced relations with both sides. Officials believe Pakistan's geography and ongoing diplomatic outreach position it well to facilitate dialogue, with Islamabad also expressing readiness to support talks if both parties agree. Building on that, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has confirmed that indirect communication between Washington and Tehran is already underway, with messages being exchanged through Islamabad. While direct negotiations remain unlikely for now, a Pakistan-led initiative, supported by Turkey and Egypt, has opened a narrow window for de-escalation. Islamabad is also being considered as a possible venue for future talks, though significant differences between the two sides persist. To bring us more on Pakistan's growing diplomatic role, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Pakistan's position as a diplomatic bridge is gaining increasing recognition on the global stage. Officials here say the country is leveraging its long-standing ties with both Washington and Tehran to facilitate indirect engagement. While expectations remain cautious, the government views this as an opportunity to demonstrate constructive diplomacy. There is also quiet coordination with regional partners like Turkey and Egypt to support the process. However, challenges remain significant, particularly given the deep-rooted mistrust between the United States and Iran.
Thank you, Sarah, for that update. Meanwhile, there appears to be no let-up in U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, despite ongoing diplomatic efforts aimed at easing tensions. The intensifying attacks underline growing regional instability, even as global calls for restraint continue to mount. U.S. President Donald Trump has reiterated his desire for peace, pointing to past mediation efforts, including a ceasefire between Pakistan and India. He described such interventions as complex nuclear-level challenges that were handled swiftly. However, the current situation shows little sign of progress, with both military escalation and diplomatic deadlock continuing side by side. In another development, Pakistan has strongly responded to remarks made by India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, calling them undiplomatic and reflective of frustration. The Foreign Office emphasized that Pakistan's diplomatic approach is rooted in restraint rather than aggressive rhetoric. The response comes as global attention grows on Islamabad's potential role in facilitating indirect talks between the United States and Iran. Notably, some political voices within India have also criticized their government, describing Pakistan's rising diplomatic relevance as a setback for New Delhi's foreign policy. Turning to international affairs, North Korea and Belarus have signed a friendship and cooperation treaty during President Alexander Lukashenko's first official visit to Pyongyang. The agreement highlights deepening ties between the two countries, both of which face Western sanctions and criticism over human rights concerns. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un welcomed Lukashenko with a grand military ceremony, underscoring the strengthening relationship. Both nations have also expressed support for Russia in the Ukraine conflict, signaling closer alignment and a shared push toward a more multipolar global order. Back home, the repatriation of undocumented Afghan nationals at the Torkham border has been temporarily suspended following a cross-border incident in which a Pakistani border security official was injured. Authorities halted processing at Torkham and the Hamza Baba transit point, despite around 220 individuals having already been returned earlier. Officials cited a deteriorating security situation and what they described as aggressive behavior from the Afghan side. Border forces have been placed on high alert, while legal proceedings under the Foreigners Act 1946 will continue as part of the single visa regime policy. And finally, in Islamabad, the Senate Standing Committee on Interior has approved amendments to the National Database and Registration Authority, or NADRA, law. The changes allow for the provisional blocking or impounding of CNICs for up to 2 months, particularly targeting absconders and individuals evading legal proceedings. Officials say the measures are time-bound and include procedural safeguards. The committee also reviewed expanded efforts by the National Counterterrorism Authority to combat extremist narratives. Additional legislative amendments, including changes to the Pakistan Penal Code, were approved unanimously. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Victoria Lane.